Today I'm going to show you guys how I built this working Lego safe. The very first thing you're going to want to construct is this like base for the safe to actually sit on. And you'll notice this little divot here. This is where the door will go. So you're going to want to make it like this. And then I threw some tiles on just to add some extra stability, because you'll notice there's a lot of plates and it's honestly kind of flimsy. So make sure you add lots of tiles or plates. This is where you'll store your money or whatever you decide to put in it. Just for simplicity, we'll put this hinge brick down. We'll need another one later, but that one's gonna go right there. And with that, we're gonna start the door. So you got this 1x6 plate here, and you kind of already see how the door will function. Next, we're gonna add a few bricks. We're gonna use this brick, and then we're gonna add 1x2 with a bracket that's facing upwards underneath. And that's what the door will touch. That's how the door will touch the wall. Setting this aside, we're gonna create the locking mechanism. And the key piece you need here is this 1x1 with the hole in it. You know, it's a Technic brick. And then we have a snot brick here, or snuds not on top, with a little tile. And this will make it so that the little knob we turn won't go too far and we'll lose it. So, and then there's a 1x1 plate right there, just some bricks, super simple. And it's gonna go like this with the tile facing back that way. So we kind of have something that looks like this. The next thing we're gonna make is this knob here where we'll actually turn. I use this Technic piece here. It's not too long. And then I put this little disc on it and this little black here. And that's gonna go right in the hole there. And then we're gonna take two of these Technic pieces, set them there and there. And so now, it's a little flimsy right now, but you can notice that'll be in its locked configuration, and this will be when it's unlocked. So it kind of just sets there. Looks kind of funny right now, but that's what we got so far. So we'll move the lock out of the way, and we'll stack some bricks to kind of finish up the door here. 1x6s. And then the last row is going to be interesting. We'll use a regular 1x4 brick, a regular 1x1 brick, and then we're going to use another one of these snot bricks with this tile on it. And once again, this is just so the knob doesn't turn farther than it's supposed to. So if we look, see it stops at a 90-degree angle, and it only goes down a little bit past 90 degrees. So it works really well, and the door is just about done. We just have to add a few more pieces, one of them being another bracket. That's gonna go right there. Next, we're gonna add a 1x4 brick right here, and then we're gonna take a 1x6 plate with a tile and stick it on the brackets that we installed earlier. So right there, we'll have a little gap, but it should go clean up against your plates like that. And that's kind of how the door will work. The next little bit of building the safe is super simple. We're going to build the wall, and we're going to start with this 2x2 brick with these L-shaped plates there. That's 3 of them, or if you have a brick, you can put that there. And make sure it's facing this way. What that will do, it will have a nice spot for our lock to set, so it's not like bouncing around or anything. And then feel free to add whatever bricks you need to complete the row. And just like that, we'll have our first row completed, and you can kind of see how it will come together here. Obviously, we don't have the brick to stop the lock from stopping the door from opening, but we're getting there. Next up, we're just going to want to put together our second row of bricks. Add 2 more rows of plates, so you have a finished model that looks like this here, and you can kind of see we have the locking feature that should work when you turn the knob. It won't open, now it will. So you should be at this point, just added a ton of bricks. Now one of the first things we added was a hinge, and now we're gonna add the last hinge right there. So it'll feel real nice right there, and it just, well, it's locked right now, but you're gonna unlock it and it works really well. We're gonna add this 1x1 plate right on this stud here on the hinge. Super simple, but don't forget it. And then to finish up the door, we're gonna add a 1x2 plate right on this stud here. And then we're gonna add a tile so it's all smoothed off. Just like that, that door is done. To finish off the walls, you're gonna wanna add another row of bricks followed by a row of plates. So it should look something like this when it's done. So notice the plate on the top and then the brick. And it should be the same height all across the board. And you can mess around with it, see if it works. It's always fun to mess around with this stuff, right? The very last thing you're going to want to create is a platform to put as a roof, I guess, for the safe. And so I just built one real quick, set that on there, make sure it's good and firm, and you're good to go. Your safe functions. You have a working safe, so you could store some money, store some Lego, your Rolex, whatever you got. That's a $20 bill, you know, throw it in there. keep it safe from your roommates or whatever, you know, and you're good to go. Obviously, like, they could open it, but it's just a fun idea. So comment below what you plan to put in this safe. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week.